What's up, you guys? Say hola. Come on in. I feel like it's taken forever for us to get to this point because I feel like when you're a homeowner, you're always working on your house. So I never felt like the house was ready for a home tour. But then I started thinking to myself, okay, this is ridiculous. I feel like we're always going to be improving the house and working on new projects. So we might as well show what we've got so far. Anybody that's a homeowner, comment below if you know what I'm talking about. Well, what was the first things you loved about the house when you first saw it?
When we first walked in here, because we did come through the front door, the way this just felt like, it felt like home. It felt like this is going to be our house for a long, long time. The floors stood out to us right away. Like I loved this flooring. And then the office was like, whoa.
For me, when I walked in, a floor plan is super important to me. I think the layout of a home should be easy and somewhat like, oh, I can get my way around here. It's not very confusing. And I love that when I walked straight through the door, in the opening, there was an office to the right and the dining to the left. And I fell in love with this office. So that is the first thing I want to show you guys. Come on over. I feel like I had only seen stunning homes like this in movies growing up. So you're like, oh my gosh, the study. Like someone has an office in their home. And originally when I saw how dark the wood was in this room, I think everybody would have assumed that, oh, she's gonna paint it all white. No. I was loving the old money, old world vibes in here. And I loved that it had this very rich, darker wood. And the other thing I also loved was this green fireplace. Isn't it everything that everyone thought, oh, she's definitely gonna change that. She's gonna redo the floors. She's gonna paint this all white. And I was like, no. I fell in love with this green marble. I felt like it was so unique. I also fell in love with just these little sitting areas for the windows. We obviously bought this home before Ever was born, but we always imagined that we'd have, you know, our promised baby, what we were hoping for. And so I always imagined little corners of this house where Ever would be running through. Obviously, I didn't know it would be Ever exactly, but you know what I mean?
And he has fulfilled all of that.
I can't wait to be in this office doing like work on my computer or just like hanging here and he's sitting and just reading a book in one of these little nooks. I cannot wait for that. Also, I feel like in a lot of homes, the office is normally the man's.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Right?
Yeah.
Yet this is technically my office because you have a whole home studio that's being built out below. So I feel like you have like your man cave and this is technically my office. I feel like Lana, Mariah, and I do meetings in here all the time. If you actually take a look on the table, it's mainly like jewelry that I'm needing to approve or like fabric swatches. Definitely a lot of VOUTE work goes down in this room. My Zoom meetings, all that good stuff. But I am grateful that you allowed me to put a lot of your awards up in this room, which you never even had out in our other house.
I kind of had them on the piano like I have here, a few of them.
Yeah, but you never had those on display, did you, in the other house?
I don't think I did, no.
I don't think you did. So I'm really grateful that Israel decided to lend me his awards to make my office look a lot more accomplished. But my main award that I absolutely love is obviously my Emmy. It sits right here. What else do we have? I feel like my Emmy's here, my 2 NAACP awards. Other things I think is really cute in the office would be this typewriter. Do you want to tell the story?
We found this typewriter at a flea market.
Yeah, at the Fairfax.
Which is bomb, on Sunday.
Yes.
And we had a little lunch date. Went there, found this typewriter.
And you bought it for me.
I bought it for her, and she ended up writing all her vows for our wedding on that typewriter.
One of the other things I love in this office is our frame TVs that we actually have throughout the house, in the piano room, we have, I think almost all the TVs in our house are Samsung frame TVs because sometimes TVs can look like TVs. And I know that sounds crazy, but a piece of art in this room I think was way more beautiful than hanging a TV, but it's actually essential for our meetings. So I actually use it to mirror things that are on my computer or on my phone if I'm trying to show Lana and Mariah something. It's so easy to be like, okay guys, this is what we're looking at, and that I can mirror it straight onto the screen behind me, which is absolutely incredible. Also, I feel like Ever takes naps in this room. In his coche, he's like laid out sometimes, and it's the darkest room in the house during the day. And I'll literally put YouTube on with his little Christian sleeping music, and it's just so zen up in here. So shout out to Samsung Frame TVs, hands down my favorite, and I think it makes the most epic difference when you want to have TVs in every single room, but you don't want to look like a millennial who has TVs in every single room. I love this room and all the memories that we've already made in it, but one of the other things I thought was super cool, again, more pocket doors. Come with me. Okay, so there is something pretty cool on the other side of this, and I will show it to you right now. Hold, please. Our office opens up into what we call our family/piano room. And I have absolutely loved transforming this room. I feel like this is one of the rooms that we made a lot of changes to. I would say one of the biggest changes we made was this fireplace. So this originally was like a pink Himalayan stone that, it looked like pink sherbet. It was not our fave. And so we actually ended up designing this with the designers of our home. And I feel like you picked out this really cool design. We had options. In this room, we have a Samsung Frame TV. We are those people that like to watch TV, guys. We just do. We like to watch movies in different places in our house. I feel like when we throw parties like the Super Bowl parties, there are TVs in multiple rooms because people are watching in multiple rooms, and I love that. So again, Samsung Frame TV. Then I love that these chairs swivel. I feel like Ever even loves these now. And I always imagined that I'd be doing work in my office and eventually he'd like be in here like doing schoolwork or watching TV, and that I could see straight through into this room. This is our piano room. I love it in here, guys. I feel like during the holidays, this is one of the most special rooms because we end up putting, is it like 4 Christmas trees in here? And it's just a really, really beautiful vibe during the holidays. Let's move on to the foyer. We are always going to fall in love with a house that has a grand staircase. What is that with us? I think specifically we fell in love with how unique this bench was that was already here. I think a lot of people, when they come into the house, they think that we like designed this, and I want to take credit for that.
But it was already there.
It was already here. We also restained all the floors in the house, including the wood on the staircase. It was definitely a darker red. We definitely wanted to do something that felt a little ashier and a little bit more modern, and added all of the wrought iron onto the staircase, and I think it turned out pretty cool. I love our chandelier, our antique chandelier, and again, all of the sunlight that pours in to our staircase. So beautiful.
I love this house.
It's us looking, I'm like, I like the crown molding. I like
doing this tour, actually. Yeah, this is awesome.
I love these beautiful windows.
Yeah.
Israel actually added a tree. He was like, I want to feel like the outside is also on the inside. So we recently just added this beautiful tree here. I'm trying to think what else we added. This mirror here because I needed a last look before we leave the house.
Important.
No, last look, see what the fit is doing, make sure the fit is fitting. And then my favorite bathroom in the house, which is shocking because our upstairs bathroom is pretty dope. But I have to say, Mariah killed it with our powder room. I think it's hands down the sexiest, moodiest.
And when people come over, they're like, I have to go to the powder for sure.
It's pretty cool. So step inside our all black powder room. Next up, we're gonna head on down the hall to the dining room. I feel like so many special occasions happen in this area of our house, from like hosting Thanksgiving, to Mother's Day, to birthday parties, to so many great sit-down dinner moments. I actually loved just how clean the dining room was, right? We want to keep the dining room minimal.
Very minimal. I love it.
Since the last time I showed this room, we've added a few pieces that Mariah added, like these podiums. But again, the whole idea was really for this piece of art dining table to really steal the whole show. And then this room has all the beautiful crown molding. I actually love the simplicity and just how clean. I would have to say that the main reason for me falling in love with this house, again, was the layout. So it is this open floor plan. There's an awesome flow in the house. Again, you kind of just walk through the other side of this hallway, which was our office, from office to the piano room, the foyer, the powder room, and that just flows into this open space that leads right into my favorite room in the house, which is our great room. Come on up. This is the room
That sold us.
that sold me. This room speaks to the fact that it is a great room. I think it is absolutely great. It just felt so grand to me. I love the fact that we had this incredible limestone fireplace that goes all the way up the wall. I loved the beams in the room. I loved how tall the ceilings were. The fact that it had this beautiful Romeo and Juliet moment above from our hallways. I love that even now our son comes and just waves at us from down here, or like if he
Or throws toys, which we're working on. We're
working on that. You know, we're
working
just
on that part.
working on that. But I feel like this is truly the room that was so special that made me say, this is my dream house. This is my dream East Coast home. And now it is.
Living the dream.
I'm living in my dream home. I feel like I can't talk enough about the flow of the house, but I love that, again, you get this indoor-outdoor feel from our backyard, and it also flows right into the breakfast nook and the kitchen. This is our kitchen. I feel like this is the room that we did the most work. I mean, we literally gutted this entire kitchen, even the floors. The floors were originally tile floors, and we actually ripped that all up and ended up putting in herringbone floors, which I am absolutely obsessed with. And so we ripped that out. Crazy enough, we had to do a little bit of convincing with Israel, but we were anti-island. Even though this is giving island vibes, it actually is not an island, it's a table. So this is a table that can actually move. It can be removed out of the kitchen or brought into the kitchen. Israel doesn't speak into a lot, but when he does, baby, he's like, listen.
My thing is, anytime you have a bunch of people over, which we always do, I mean, first of all, everyone ends up right here.
Right here.
It doesn't matter how many other rooms are available in the house.
Nope.
You know it. Everybody ends up in the heart of the house, which is the kitchen.
And it's shocking because it's the only room that doesn't have a TV.
That's true.
Did you ever think about that?
Love that.
Even though I almost tried to convince you to put a mini frame right there.
The non-negotiables were we need warmers. So because when we have multiple people eating and that sort of thing, I don't like serving cold food at all. So we have warmers there and warmers here. Put plates in, put food in, etc.
Warmers on both sides. The one thing I requested was to have my dream stove. I'm talking Julia Child's iconic, the La Cornue. We actually had to wait super long. Again, we moved into this house during the pandemic. So a lot of things took forever to get. Literally from even wood to make our cabinets, just the simplest things just took a really long time to get. So obviously shipping our stove from France took much longer than expected, but it was so worth the wait. I remember being like, well, then can we get another stove? And my designer saying, this is the Bentley of stoves.
Rolls Royce.
The Rolls Royce of stoves. So check out our La Cornue. love the view from my kitchen sink, the fact that you could be here doing dishes and just looking over, whether it is sunshine out there and all this beautiful greenery, or sometimes when there's a snowstorm. I absolutely love just looking out there and seeing the tree that his Uncle Andrew planted for him from his placenta. He has his own evergreen forever, and we've got a perfect view of it right here from the kitchen sink. I first got introduced to homes that had these beautiful covered refrigerators when we moved into our first home in Bel Air, and I fell in love with that. So I knew that any home that I moved into, I would always want to have a covered fridge where everything is just kind of flush with the cabinets. So here we have our fridge, which I don't know, am I the only one that struggles to open it? It is the heaviest, but I love that because Everett can never get the fridge open. Since actually building out our kitchen, we have since watched Instagram hacks for kitchens, and it has ruined our life because we are like, oh my gosh, there's so many things that we completely forgot.
And should have done.
We completely forgot underlighting, which we're now having added. We completely forgot the fact that you can have everything hidden, a lot of things that we would have done differently, but I still absolutely love my kitchen. And another cool thing that the kitchen has is a butler's pantry. Again, when you grow up from humble beginnings, you only see these things in movies. And I just remember falling in love with the butler's pantry and thinking it was so cool how it goes from the kitchen right into the dining room. Let's head on over into the butler's pantry, also renamed the Chinch. The coolest part is you can go straight into the dining room from here. Voila. Ready to head upstairs? Let's do it. Obviously, I am in love with this vintage chandelier here. And when you come up here, I really wanted something that was beautiful, but definitely not overwhelming. This mirror actually came from our home in Calabasas, and I absolutely loved it, but I loved that it definitely had like an old world, elegant feel, and we paired that up with some cool modern sconces. And I know you guys have seen me take so many outfit pics and selfies in this mirror on Instagram, but it leads right into our double door primary bedroom. Now, when I first walked in this room, I was like, this is a huge bedroom. Like, how do we even fill up all the space in this room? And the first thing we decided on was getting a custom bed made. I knew from the moment that we started family planning that I really wanted to co-sleep with my son. My sister co-sleeps with her girls, and I just love the bond that has built for them. And so I knew that was something I wanted to do. So we started working on getting a custom bed built. And this is a 12-foot bed. I love the fact that, again, I wanted to keep the room feeling light and airy. I love all the sunlight that comes into the room. I love the chandelier that we have in the room. So once we finally decided on the design, we had it made, and we were like, okay, that takes up some of the room, but then we also needed to figure out what we wanted to do over here. And I thought a sitting area would be absolutely perfect. We also have like this big piece of artwork. You guys know that I hate it when blankets are like this. Like, so this should be like that. I'm like, we like to just throw our throws. But I love this little sitting area. I love the fact that, like, if I'm packing, this is definitely the area that I'm in. If Israel and I are putting together outfits, or like, I don't know why we actually use this area so often. I feel like I do my makeup a lot of the times, either standing here or over at my vanity if I'm playing with Everett in this room. But I absolutely love our little sitting area. I never would have imagined that I would have had like a statement pink lavender chair in here, but I think it really sets it off. I love this little area. I feel like Israel sits on this sofa a lot and like just like works on his phone or makes phone calls. But having a little sitting area in your bedroom, top tier. The other thing we definitely knew we needed in our primary bedroom was a fireplace. We've had fireplaces in our house in Bel Air in the bedroom. We had a fireplace in our house in Calabasas. And hello, this is New York. There's gonna be stormy winter nights, okay? So we need a fireplace to keep us nice and warm here in this house. Once we decided we were absolutely gonna have a fireplace here, it now needed a beautiful mantle, and I love this stone fireplace that they designed and created for us. And oh my gosh, I don't know how they carried it up here in pieces, but it is so freaking heavy, but absolutely love it. Of course, above the fireplace, we have another frame TV with these beautiful sconces. And then one of my favorite parts of the room is my little vanity area right over here. I love being able to do my makeup in this area, to try out new products that I'm sent, or like just getting ready day to day. I feel like this area is really, really special. I love the fact that there's just so much sunlight that comes in to this area, and I feel like I really appreciate that my husband let me have a nice little girly area in our bedroom. Again, we were just trying to, there's just so much space in this room, but I love that we get to have this moment. And here's the coolest part. Hold please. Wait for it, wait for it. I know I've shown on Instagram multiple times, but literally, I love that this is on a nightstand, and that when we wake up in the morning, we actually have blackout shades on the other side, but I'm not gonna black them out for you, but there's a blackout shade that comes all the way down. And then when I wake up in the morning, it's just like, oh, hello, good morning. And all the sunlight just fills the room. So I love that. I feel like now that Ever is getting a little bit older, he loves to play behind the curtains and play peekaboo with me, and it's just the best. So I absolutely love our vanity area. Now let me take you guys to our primary bathroom. Guys, this would be the second biggest haul we did in the house. This was like a major makeover. We literally gutted the entire thing. I loved the placement of the bathtub here. I knew I wanted something, but guys, look how please look how small I look in this tub. It's so deep that this was my first Mother's Day gift from my sister, a photo of Ever in the bath. Again, we have a bench in here. Ever has his little chair. I'm obsessed. We have I think it's called a water closet. We knew that we wanted to have a bathroom that was enclosed, like a toilet that was enclosed. And originally this bathroom didn't have a setup for an enclosed toilet. Like the toilet was just out in the open randomly next to the jacuzzi tub. And so Israel was like, no, we need a water closet. We need an enclosed toilet. And not only did we do an enclosed toilet, but we needed like the flyest toilets of all time, and that is the Toto toilet. Everybody knows the Toto toilet greets you. I am spoiled by this toilet that is so nice and warm. Literally, you get to decide like, I'm person number one, Israel's the person number two. It has our own settings for exactly what we want, how warm the toilet seat is when we sit on it. Literally, this baby keeps you clean. Obsessed with my Toto toilet. We've got a few more of them in the house that I'll show you. And that is our primary bathroom. And next, the closest bedroom to ours, of course, is Ever James' playroom. I joke that it's a playroom because he really just plays in there. You know, he sleeps with us. Come on. This was originally Ever's nursery. Again, I felt like he never really got to hang out in here because he was so little and he didn't sleep in a crib or in his nursery. So I did it because it was my first child, and I loved the idea of coming in here and creating a space for him in our home. And now this is officially his playroom. I'm talking that boy will be in here banging on those drums, playing over here. He loves his little kitchen. One of the things that definitely gets everyone's attention when they walk in this room is the huge llama in the corner. We love this llama. Ever's obsessed with petting his llama, and it was an awesome gift from Khloe Kardashian when he was born. So I love it. I think that it is huge and crazy and super cool. So let's head into Ever's bathroom. We obviously had a theme going with the concrete vibes on the wall, and I definitely wanted to bring that into his bathroom. So we had these floors put in. I love that he has like a gray vibe in here. It's very basic, except for the showstopper, which is his Neo Rest toilet. You guys have to check this out. It's the Toto toilet. I feel like these became famous when Drake gifted them to DJ Khaled. Guys, this is a self-cleaning toilet. Literally, it has a light up here that kills bacteria. It is the top tier creme de la creme toilet of all time. And everyone was like, why are you putting that in the baby's room? And I was like, listen, he's gonna potty train at some point and he deserves the best of the best. He's the king of the castle. Next down the hall would be a few guest bedrooms. We've got a linen closet here. Oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you guys that we name all of the bedrooms. So the primary bedroom, me and Israel's bedroom, is called Paris. Ever's bedroom is called Lake Tahoe, where he was born. And I love it because all of our bedding says, it literally will say, look at this. It says Santa Barbara bedding over here. This is bedding for Paris, Santa Barbara bedding. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna tell you what all the rooms are named. Hold please. Okay, so you've seen already Paris, you just saw Lake Tahoe, now come into Santa Fe. We named all of the bedrooms after places that were meaningful or special to Israel and myself. And Santa Fe, New Mexico is one of the places that Israel grew up in. And so we did the decor just a little bit more like Santa Fe minimal style in here. And I love it. This is one of my favorite bedrooms. This is the room that Lana mainly stays in. But fun fact, you already knew I have too many shoes, too many bags. So this is like my extra wardrobe closet, and I keep dresses in here for special occasions. Oh my God, we're taking this to get it boxed. This was the dress that I wore for my rehearsal dinner for my wedding. So like special occasion stuff is in here, and like gowns and like dressy occasion clothing is in this closet. Let's head down the hall to Nashville. Here is a walk-up attic, and this is our next project. We want to put 16 bunk beds up here so that when family comes over, everybody can stay. Maybe even have like a new breed retreat and have everybody up there. Right next to the attic is Nashville, which is another guest bedroom, but it's really Mariah's room. And she actually has been saying that she's going to completely redecorate this room, but hasn't gotten to it because clearly she was too busy doing the rest of the house. I love that Nashville is a special place to us, and it's actually where Mariah lives. But this room has the best view of the most beautiful sunsets right here. And it also has a gorgeous view of the country club that is behind our house, and the golf course, and also the backyard. There's just so much greenery and so much, literally there's no light on in this room. That's just all the natural sunlight. So check out also my other favorite part of this room is definitely what I call Eloise at the Plaza. It's giving the most beautiful dressing room / closet. So come on, check it out. That goes right into this really simple yet chic, feminine, white marble bathroom. So check it out. And these were all here. I loved how feminine even the toilet was. Definitely one of my favorite little bathrooms in the house and one of my favorite rooms. And next to Nashville is like all these cute little moments in the hallway. I love that there are certain parts of your home that you can make really special. Like I love this moment that we're having here. If you guys know, you know. She has a crush on Jack Nicholson. So I love this book that Mariah put here, and she designed this whole little area. And another really pretty spot that I love, coming right down the stairs here into our east wing, which we have named Santa Barbara, which was the first place me and Israel celebrated our first wedding anniversary, and it's just a super romantic and special place to us. So come on in to Santa Barbara. This is Santa Barbara, also known as the east wing of the house. It's actually a second like guest suite. And I love this room because it holds a really special place in my heart. It technically was the first bedroom that we stayed in the house when Ever was born. So our primary bedroom bathroom had not been completed yet. So we actually were staying here with Ever in this whole side. And I loved it because I felt like I never had to leave the bedroom. We had our full bathroom here. We have obviously this amazing bed that, funny enough, I don't know if I've told you guys this, but I actually purchased this bed from another awesome YouTuber, Desi Perkins, who's a great friend of mine. And I had watched her fertility journey on YouTube, and it gave me so much hope. And then she was saying, hey, I'm selling my bed. And I know this sounds creepy and weird, but it was like, oh my gosh, like, first of all, I thought it was a stunning bed from Restoration Hardware. I thought it was absolutely beautiful, but she was redecorating her primary bedroom and she was getting rid of her old bed. And she had just announced that she was having Ocean, and I just felt like her story gave me so much hope at the time that I don't know why I felt like this bed is attached to like that whole journey and that hope that I felt then, and being able to bring my son back to New York and in his home where he was gonna live. This is the first bedroom and the first place in the house that we stayed in. So this is a very special room and very nostalgic of a very special time in my life with my newborn baby in this bed. I literally would then like watch movies in here. I literally did not leave this room the first few weeks that we were here with him. And it has so much amazing closet space. I love this sitting area because there's a funny story. The family that actually had this house before us had boys, and this was their playroom, like a rec room that had like basketball hoops and everything. It was insane, super cool. And I believe that this originally was a balcony that you could walk out to, but she closed it and turned it into windows. And eventually, I would love to open it back up again with some French doors and open up to these beautiful balconies that are out there. Another little special area in the room is this gallery wall that has been with us for quite some time. Different versions of it. We definitely had a gallery wall of our family and our love and our wedding and so many special moments in our Bel Air home. And then we actually had this exact version in our Calabasas home, and I love that we found the perfect spot for it here in the East Wing in Santa Barbara. Let's head back down to the kitchen. I love that there's another little staircase right here off of the East Wing that takes you back downstairs. Okay, so I am so excited to show you even more of the house. So you gotta check out part 2. But if you enjoyed this, give it a like. Again, hit the notification button to get notified every time there is a new episode of Love Always Adrienne. I love that you guys are currently in our house and seeing what has taken us so long to pull it together. But I also am so excited for you guys to see the whole other floor of our house and also get to check out outside. So come back for part 2 of our house tour. We'll see you next week. Mwah. Besitos. Don't forget to subscribe.